Aguerd could be an excellent Van Dijk alternative. Liverpool will seek to replenish their roster in multiple divisions this summer after falling by the wayside this season. While midfield overhaul is the main goal, reinforcements are expected on the defensive line. West Ham United's Aguerd is in Liverpool's interest. So what are the latest developments about Aguerd's move to Liverpool? According to Neil Jones, Liverpool's newly appointed sporting director, Jürgen, may soon be on the move as the Hammers' Moroccan centre-back is highly acclaimed at Anfield. Aguerd joined West Ham just last summer and signed a £30 million contract from League One club Rennes. He didn't make his debut until the end of October after a pre-season injury, but it did impact performance regardless. Goal first brought Liverpool's intrigue to the 27-year-old in March, and while his time in East London has been blurry so far, the appeal of Jürgen Klopp's outfit may convince the Aces to jump ship. So should Liverpool sign Aguerd? Liverpool's transfer business during Klopp's tenure at Merseyside proved admirable for the Reds. But mistakes made this season have come at a cost. Now it appears that the despair radiating from this lackluster season is due to the exposure of Liverpool's central midfield problems. It is ironic that Arthur Melo, unable to decorate the Premier League pitch after an injury-filled year, signed a panic loan, was the product of market misfire, summarising the problems that resulted in not qualifying for the Champions League. Liverpool now want to get it right and are trying to dispel doubts over the calibre of the team. While the emphasis is at the centre, strengthening the defence will also be a priority for Klopp and his friends. In this context, Aguerd would be an excellent addition. The player, who has made 29 appearances and scored 2 goals this season, has helped his team fend off the threat of relegation. He also impressed with his performance on the way to the European Conference League final, where they will play against Fiorentina next week. According to FBref's data, a centre poses a dynamic threat to the fullback. He was among the top 50% in Europe last year in terms of goal rate compared to his positional peers in the top 5 leagues. The phenomenon, which earns £6,000 a week, is also taking on the job of sweeping the danger aside. He is adept at taking an average of 4.3 spaces per game and showing his tenacity by winning 64% of his total duels. Praised as outstanding by Gary Lineker, he could add a dimension to Liverpool's defence. Maybe it can lighten the load on Virgil van Dijk's shoulders. The 31-year-old Dutchman will likely benefit from a natural left-footed positional peer. Aguerd really prefers to occupy the left side of the back line. He is among the top 90 for balls per game and has won 74% of his Premier League duels this term. His efficiency in rejecting advances and his ease in adopting his full position leave him well placed to make a noticeable impact on Liverpool's system. Liverpool's first transfer is over. Liverpool are on the verge of making Alexis Mac Allister their first and marquee signing after agreeing personal terms with the Brighton midfielder, according to a report. Mac Allister has become Liverpool's biggest goal this summer to get stronger in the midfield. Borussia Dortmund's Jude Bellingham was on the agenda for a long time as the main target. However, the deal became impossible. Chelsea's Mason Mount may choose to join Manchester United. That's why Liverpool are focusing on Mac Allister to keep their main midfielder on hand. Their confidence in this front has been increasing lately, so much so that some sources claim that he will be a Liverpool player next season. Talks about the ratification of the deal were early, but it's getting closer and closer. According to Football Insider's latest update, Mac Allister has now made his decision and agreed to join Liverpool after accepting personal condition offers. As a Liverpool player, he is expected to earn a salary of £150,000 per week. That's about 3 times what he's currently taking home from Brighton. Attention will now be turned to negotiations with his current club regarding the transfer fee. Brighton was already expecting to lose Mac Allister this summer though. As such, it may not be long before Liverpool strikes a deal of around £60 million, which is said to have been finished at the moment. A source from Football Insider stated that the deal for Liverpool to sign Mac Allister is 99% complete. The announcement of Mac Allister's transfer to Liverpool will come in early June. In other words, it can be explained in a week or 2. As the report reflects, it was coach Jürgen Klopp who endorsed the big money move for a midfield upgrade like Mac Allister. The World Cup winner will take over from the likes of Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and James Milner, all of whom left with free transfers. Coincidentally, Milner appears poised to move in the opposite direction of Allister. After playing 40 games and scoring 12 goals this season, Allister should be ready to make more of an impact than he replaces. The 24-year-old player has further development potential and is a more reliable player. Perhaps more midfielders can follow him to Anfield this summer. Taking into account the fact that remaining options such as Jordan Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago Alcantara may now be past their prime, Liverpool are poised to build their roster of the future. But it seems almost certain that the agile and technically talented Allister will be the brand to add to Liverpool's midfield this summer. Klopp's new midfield target is Kone. Liverpool will be in the market for a number of central midfielders this summer as Jürgen Klopp is looking to replenish a roster that has fallen far short of expectations this season. Having qualified for the Europa League after finishing 5th in the Premier League, Liverpool may find it a little more difficult to recruit the best possible talent on their summer shortlist. However, midfield reinforcements will be a priority for Klopp after the exits of James Milner, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita, and Borussia Mönchengladbach star Manu Kone is one of the names considered to come to Anfield. According to transfer expert Romano, Liverpool are keeping a close eye on the 22-year-old after his impressive performance in the Bundesliga this season. Romano said, Manu Kone is one of the midfielders on Liverpool's roster. Liverpool was highly rated as they were already informed of the terms of the deal. Sources think Kone has a chance to lead this summer and is a name to consider for Liverpool plans, he said. Previous reports had suggested that the defensive midfielder could cost around £26 million this summer. He claimed this could be a bargain for the Reds if he could live up to his potential at Anfield. This season, Kone has been a regular alongside Daniel Farke. He played 30 games in the Bundesliga and got 6.8 points from WhoScorer after his performance. It had previously achieved a strong rating average of 7 in the 2020-2021 season. So he's been impressive in Germany for a while now, and it seems likely that the former Toulouse man will make a big move in the window ahead. WhoScored proves the young midfielder excels at dribbling, passing, and tackling. It has therefore been suggested that Klopp might be the ideal man to replace Keita, who plays as a ball-carrying midfielder on his squad. It shows his obvious potential, and strong performances at Mönchengladbach can certainly outshine the Guinean at Anfield. This season alone, he has amassed a healthy 1.9 dribbles per game and an impressive 2.5 tackles per game. Those were the numbers that would rank him in the joint top positions and the best of the entire Liverpool squad for those metrics. It was the very performance that saw him become a monstrous being in the future by scout Jocek Kulik. On the Keita side, the former Leipzig man never lived up to expectations at Liverpool. Injury issues plagued his Premier League performance. Because he played only 129 games for the Merseyside club in 5 years, contributing 11 goals and 7 assists. Lack of minutes in the Premier League this season caused him to leave the team. But midfield depth has been a key issue for the Reds throughout the 2022-2023 campaign, and Klopp will still need to fill in for him. The Kone is definitely highly rated, doesn't have a very high price tag, and is only 22 years old. He has plenty of time to develop, so this summer could be the perfect signature by George Schmadtke.